Persia 7,000 years of civilization. So think Zarathustra's Omar Khayyam and two school ferns. I dreamed of God, he was crying a baby. Abbasi, an Persian-French thinker, writer, and journalist, has been known since the 1980s for his secular and reformist ideas. He strongly criticizes the politicization of Islam and its consequences on great ancient civilizations. A polyglot, he shares his works in Persian, French, English, and Arabic, reaching an international audience. He highlights the antiquity and richness of Persian history in contrast to ideological distortions. His analyses have contributed to renewing the global perspective on the relationship between civilization, religion, and politics. The headscarf is a means of covering the head and face worn by Arab men and women in the desert. Its use in civilized cities is either a form of ignorance or an insult to society and the dignity of women. All the countries that were converted to Islam by force and threats of death, and on which the Arabic language was imposed, had wonderful humanist civilizations before Islam, such as Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Lebanon, and the rest of Africa. The Prophet of Islam, through his invasions of Jewish tribes and fortresses, owned thousands of kilos of gold and billions of dinars worth of wealth. In his time, contradictory commandments regarding wine in the Quran, origins of the satanic verses, and of terror in Islam. Non-Arabic words in the Quran, divergent and contradictory interpretations of the Quran and Islam. The Quran says that Islam came to guide the city of Mecca and its suburbs, and only for Arabic-speaking people the words of Muhammad and his companions were gathered 30 years after his death and called the Quran, meaning that neither the content nor the name of the book was chosen by Muhammad. To get this book, search for Abbasi on Amazon. English and French books by Abbasi on Amazon, and Persian books and others book on Ozta.fr.
Quand je t'aime, j'ai l'impression d'être un roi.
At the beginning of Islam, at least 4 versions of the Quran were available to its scribes, but the Caliph chose only one. 7,000 years ago, Iran practiced brain and eye surgery, built musical ensembles, produced wine, created the world's first bank, drafted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and rescued the Jews from Babylonian slavery. The grave of more than 30 Israelite prophets in Iran. Since the time of the Elamites and the thought of Mitra and the Zoroastrians, Iran has promoted rationality and the reign of light whiteness, and purity free from religious prejudice. It decreed the destruction of hell and the creation of paradise here and now. And today, it continues to govern the world according to the orders and instructions of 33 Mitra. The Jews are Iranian and originally from the Caspian Sea. They are scattered throughout the world. Iran is the second holy land of the Jews. The story of Omar Khayyam and his 2 school friends, Hassan Sabbah and Khwaja Nizam al-Mulk, who ruled from Cairo to Samarkand, Bokhara, Isfahan, Khorasan, and Iraq 1,000 years ago, with their knowledge, poetry, literature, politics, medical sciences, astronomy, algebra, and mathematics. I saw God in a dream, who was dancing with me and crying because of all the lies that have been and continue to be told to the naive and common people throughout history, claiming to be from his messengers and spokesmen. Adam was a citizen of Susa under Elamite rule, exiled to the Sinai desert 6,000 years ago for his revolutionary humanist and rebellious ideas, but he was wise and powerful, and from there he was able to create a superior lineage on earth. To get this book, search for Abbasi on Amazon. English and French books by Sayawasha Westa on Amazon and Persian books and others book on Osta.fr.
Quand je t'aime, j'ai l'impression d'être un roi.